What is a field watch? That question can really bring us down the rabbit hole. But the real beginning of field watches started in World War II, and while some of the original elements remain in field watches today, I think the best way to describe many field watches on the market is a watch with a large dial opening, very legible, no outer bezel, and something that has good accuracy. Now, you could stray away from this as field watches can be digital these days or have compass bezels. Some have other complications, but this Vayer A5 Field is the more basic and simple form of what is considered a field watch. Heck, this one doesn't even have a date on this example. The field watch is what started it all for Vayer, and now they have many models in their lineup. This is Don Evans from Watch Report, and today I will talk all about this model and what it has to offer. So let's get to it. If you take a look at the Vayer website, you will see countless models of field watches available, way too many for me to list or show here, but there are of course different colors and sizes available as well as different dials, some with date complications and 24-hour time on the dials as well. Also, many are available either as a quartz or automatic, so as an example, this would be the A5 Navy Automatic, but if you want the quartz, it is dubbed the C3. Another important note before I get to the specs page is the American assembly. Yes, like the diver I reviewed, except the ones marked Swiss made, most if not all of the field watch lineup is assembled and tested in the USA, I believe in California. On the screen, I'm going to show you all the specs, but the takeaway here is a 40mm stainless steel brushed case, large knurled crown, and a Miyota 9039 automatic movement. The dial on this one is navy, and as I said, this one is a very basic version with a matte dial, Arabic numerals, minute and second markers, and you will notice reddish orange dots at the 2, 4, 8, and 10 numerals, and that color matches the second hand. And speaking of hands, pretty straightforward, polished nickel syringe style hour and minute hand, and very minimal text on the dial as well. Overall, a very easy to read dial with good contrast. A very slightly domed sapphire crystal is used here, which doesn't cause much distortion at all and has a pretty decent inner AR coating. The 40mm case is all satin brushed except for the area right underneath the fixed bezel that flows into the chamfers on the lugs, which is high polished. The brushing on the case is what I would call serviceable. Now keep in mind the price tag here, which starts at $449, and that comes with a blue silicone strap, and you get to choose a second strap for free, kind of. So here's how it breaks down. If you choose the nylon strap as your second strap, the price stays at $449. But if you choose any of the Horween straps or a stainless bracelet, the price jumps to $529. It's not a huge jump, and you still get two straps, and I'll talk more about the straps here in a bit. But back to the case, if you are looking for a really beautiful grain and brushing, you won't find that here, but you also will have a case you're probably not going to worry much about nicks and scrapes either. The 6.6mm knurled crown is not only nice to look at, but easy to grip even with bigger fingers such as mine, and yes, this is a screw crown, as you have 100 meters water resistance. I've talked a lot about this, and I mentioned this when I do some of the Swiss Army reviews, and will be again soon, as I have two pieces from them in for review, but I wish they had screw-down crowns. I know they are not dive watches, but it just gives that extra peace of mind when the watch gets wet, and beyond that, you never have to worry if you accidentally pull it out your crown, if you snag the watch on your coat or pants pockets. Because of that 9039 movement, no phantom date wheel here, so only one stop on this crown. Speaking of the movement, you could see the Miyota 9039 through the exhibition case back. Now, I've talked ad nauseum about this. I think the movement is rather mundane, and I would personally prefer a solid case back, but I seem to be in the minority on this, so for those that love to see the movement no matter what it is, here you go. Now, Vayer sent along a few straps with this A5 Field, and they are all quick release straps, as is the bracelet if you were to choose that option. What I have here is two Horween straps, the tan and the blue, and an olive tannish colored silicone strap, which I believe is a Barton silicone strap branded for Vayer. Now, the silicone strap measures 125 by 70 millimeters, and the Horween 120 by 75. So pretty much the same length overall, but I'm in the fourth hole from the bottom on the leathers, and I have a 7.5-inch wrist. So if you have a bigger wrist, I feel you get a few more millimeters with the silicone strap and a few extra holes. The leather straps are beautiful and they are well made, but you will get a lot of creasing in them even after just one time of wearing. Now lastly, we get to the Lume, and it is more than sufficient. A good amount of BGW9 is used, and you will notice two things here. One, the logo is loomed on the dial, which is always a nice touch, but those 4 orangish reddish markers are also loomed, giving you just a little bit of dual lume. It's not a torch, but you shouldn't have any problem reading the time in the dark when you need to. So before we end here, I want to talk about the pricing, as currently it is showing at 20% off on the site, which brings it down to $359 if you go with the cheaper strap options, which is a significant discount. If you want a silicone and nylon strap, or you have a bunch of your own 20 millimeter straps, this is the cheapest way to get a really solid field watch from Vayer, whether it be this A5 or any of the other dial variants. And one hell of a price for a piece like this, especially when you consider so many other brands are using an NH35 movement at well above this price, and most, if any, are not assembled in the USA. So as always, I want to hear from you, so sound off in the comments below and let me know what you think of the A5 Field or the Field lineup in general from Vayer. Lots of links in the description, including one to a written review, t-shirts, Vayer website, and more, so check that out down below, and check out all of our links to our video reviews. Please like, share, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you are subscribed and you interact with all these videos, it really does help out the channel more than you know. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.